I got a perfect example. One on the phone, one in the ground, one coming home, one going forever. Untrapped, bro. Let's go. We out. Love you, bro. All right, so what we about to do now is, the 50th episode. We got some good news today. We about to enter the graveyard, but every time you enter the graveyard, you gotta throw 9 pennies in to greet them, and go check out what they need to do. But yeah, man, it's the 50th episode. It's been a long time coming, man. Untrapped the podcast, but let me give you all a little insight on me today. Today, a beautiful day. He dropped one of my best friend cases. He coming home, and like it's been a journey coming through. This him right here. We got it on the vlog. We this live action. This live action. This untrapped shit right here. Bro, Zach George just called me. They dropped your case and they dismissed the violation. They coming to get you, boy. It's over with. Yeah, bro, they just called me, bro, right now, bro. Zach George just said they called. They said they dropping the case and and the violation getting dismissed. Right now, they just called me and I'm doing the pod. This shit all on the Untrapped shit, bro. The 50th episode, nigga. I told you this shit too strong. I just hit. Huh? Nah, he said they waiting. He said they processing all the paperwork and everything right now. They just called me. They said they I'm the first. They just called me, bro. They threw that shit out, bro. Yeah, bro. What's her number? I'm coming to get you as soon as they say they can, but we waiting for them. They said the violation don't even worry about because it got to get dismissed. It was over with. What's the number? 302. This Untrapped, bro. This what happens, This shit too strong. Bro, nah, he said they waiting for the papers. They dismissed the violation, too. Everything good happening today. I had to come visit my boy. Best friend on his way home. Like, this what I do for a living, man. Untrapped, bro. But like I said, today we're gonna tap into me a lot and why I started and everything like this. But I got a perfect example. One on the phone, one in the ground, one coming home, one going forever. Untrapped, bro. Let's go. We out. Love you, bro.
Come on, man. Y'all know what it is. It's my boy KP. The youngest and thoroughest knowing, man. Y'all gonna get to knowing. Y'all gonna get to knowing the way I know it. Not what y'all see the image that y'all want to perceive. Whatever y'all think it is. Better get the real deal.
Yeah, man, this where it all started at though. You can see what's going on. We're about to get out on foot now, but a lot of memories made. This where a lot of stuff took place, A lot of stuff. Literally. This right here, this is my stomping ground. This right here, this the house I lived, first house I lived in out here. That's 859 West North Street, right here on the end. Far corner, right here. That right there. We're gonna park up right over here. Hop out. Yeah, so we about to stroll through the old neighborhood, but like I said, this is the 50th joint to celebrate. We going over, we showing what made me who I am, But it all started out here. I used to live right there at 859. The first basketball court was right there where that one at, Money House. You feel me? But definitely a lot was learned in this neighborhood, you feel me? West side of Dover created gangsterism for the whole city. A lot of people are going to argue with that, but I'm going to tell you why. Simon Circle was the most structured neighborhood it is in the city of Dover. Everybody wanted to come to Simon Circle to have fun. And we're not glorifying the streets or nothing, but if you needed a plug, you came to Simon Circle. And I'm talking about way before my time. This back in the day, this when the Worms and the Uncle Marlowe's and everybody out here was, shout out. We got to pay homage when it's due, right? And that's what's going on. But like, we here to get into it, or like why I started what I do. I started what I do because I went through a situation to the point where after the situation, I felt so relieved that it was like somebody got to hear this story. Somebody else been through something like me across the world, but they don't have an outlet to do it. So that's where Untrapped came from. So basically, y'all heard of the indictment, but the indictment was so serious because it was a toss-up of where it could go federal and everything. But most people's first cases is gun charges and everything. My shit was racketeering. and you don't know what you built for unless you go through it. And the type of stuff that they was offering, they offered me a king in the day to tell on any crime I knew about that make me walk, but they wanted one specific person, and that person happened to be a big influence on my life to this day. You want to know who influenced me a lot? Him, and it's like that's where our bond came from, because I was myself and I understood what came with the stuff that I was doing, even if it was on a maximum level or minimum level, And for the most part, I made it through my situation. I'm here to tell everybody else stories like I tell mine. But like during that time period, it was a fucked up time period because my granddad died, my best friend get murdered. I get the RICO charge, like everything just going on to what made me numb the pain and like numb to what I am today for real. Because at the end of the day, like that's a tough pill to swallow, and a lot of people don't make it out of that. Look at this car. The same people been living here since I've been living here. I moved out of here when I was in 11th grade. So kindergarten to 11th grade, this what it's been for me, But yeah, like this right here, that Boys and Girls Club right there, Simon Circle Boys and Girls Club, that's real monumental. A lot of people learn how to fight, a lot of people learn how to fuck. A lot of stuff went down at this Boys and Girls Club. But it's not just monumental for my neighborhood, but it's monumental for everybody that live in Dover, because no matter where you was from, you could come out here, have a good time, do what you did, but it was also a safe place for the kids, most of all. And they took that from us, so when they took it from us, a lot of nonsense happened, the crime rate rose. It was nothing for the young kids to do and everything around here. But that's it, man. That's it right there. Motherfucking Boys and Girls Club, monumental. A lot of people not making it out of Dover, period. A lot of my friends that I didn't grow up with, they either doing a whole bunch of time or they going forever. Like we went to the gravesite earlier and everything like that, but it's happening real frequent. So it's like you got to dare to be different almost. So I did what I did just to have an escape route, find a way out. Like I'm not gonna say my whole life, but until I had an awakening, like I still aspire for a certain type of lifestyle, but I'm gonna do it the right way this time. Like we all come from something, we all entrapped, but like from when I was a kid to all the way now, like my biggest thing was to be like, I was influenced by the dope man. I didn't need no TV to influence me or none. I had it in my neighborhood. And I watched all my influences go corporate, but it took them to bump their head 10 times to go corporate, which I only need one time. I understand what goes a certain route, I understood what come with everything I wanted to achieve. Like I didn't need the big Meeches and all them like that. I had that in my neighborhood. I had the Worms, the BOs, the Nunus, the BAMs, like all these people that was around me that was doing it. I didn't need to go find no Google or nothing. I get up under their wing and run with it, I had Tay taught me a lot, just certain like stuff like that, So when you seeing that and everything, of course you want to get some money. But like we in an era right now where everybody want to grab the gun, but everybody not meant to be shooters. Everybody not meant to be killed. So when people get in these situations and they tell, it's almost like, damn, yeah, they're right, yeah, they this, but they know that wasn't that, bro. Like they didn't make it like, it's almost like getting money ain't cool no more. Being a money man ain't cool no more, which I don't understand, because the man with the money wins. The man with the money get the girl. The man with the money get everything, So it's like, how could you even feel like that? But like, we done came to a time where like, even like hustling, bro, that shit is left field now. Like the risk not worth the reward. Like I tell everybody, bro, get you a business, get you a trade, get you something to fall back on. Because at the end of the day, bro, I didn't seen times where people just do shit to do shit. Somebody will sell drugs just to sell drugs, but it'll be to the point where they selling it for the same shit they getting it for, just to look like the man, running around with the plug money, which ain't cool, So it's like, if you gonna be what you gonna be it all the way and fulfill it. Like I don't never tell nobody, like my best advice I give people is, I'm not gonna steer you wrong from what you want to do. I'm gonna give you advice on what it brings and how you can devastate your family, because at the end of the day, it's about your family, because nobody thinks about the domino effect. When you go bust that gun, because we in the area where I tell people, bro, I don't glorify it, but Dover is going down, bro. It's an active town, and I don't want to hear, oh, I'm from Wilmington, I'm from there, I'm from that, bro. It go down in Dover, and it's more intimate. You're not killing somebody that you don't know, bro. You beefing with cousins. They beefing with cousins. They beefing with family members. They beefing your grandma, my grandma go to church together, shit like that. So all that Wilmington shit, and like try to like we don't want to be unified with y'all, but it ain't no problem or nothing like that. But like every time somebody from another place do an interview, they always be like, oh, we don't know nothing about Dover. Y'all know nothing. It goes on everywhere. It goes on in the jail. It goes on everywhere. Like Dover been holding it down for a long time, and I just feel like, bro, it should be respected because when shit not going right for y'all up there in the city, y'all running Dover and try to get commends with shit, but that's neither here or there because that's not what we on. We definitely pushing peace, but it's just, you know, that's what come with a certain lifestyle that people choose to live. And for the most part, man, over these 50 episodes, I got to learn a lot about myself and a lot about other people. Like, you know, like with some of the famous people I deal with, I understand that it's just a mask, like it's an image. And one of my biggest influences, Bayard, he always taught me best, like, if your character is based off your image, then that's not good. That's not good at all. You know, your character comes from within, but that image that you try to betray, everybody that betrays an image, it eventually get cracked, you know. Cole! I'm chilling, man. We doing a documentary for Simon Circle, man.
When?
Right now.
Oh. I'm like, when, nigga?
Yeah, it's my 50th episode. I was like, man, I'm gonna spin through the circle and do something, man. Just say something to the camera real quick, man.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on West Side? All day. All day. What's y'all doing, man?
Chilling, bro. Just moving through. Ain't nobody outside, though. I thought people still be outside.
Man, shit is raining.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah, like my neighborhood expand all the way through here, into here, back there. Make this up right here, go up to here. So, of course, I can't do my job without doing my job. But like I said, we stopped in at Janae to bust it up with Janae. But I called my cousin Bees. You know, he's the head of the Silver Foxes for the Dover chapter, which means he the flies old head around this joint. So I'm just doing a little quick joint, bro. Let him know who you is. You know what you come from and everything like that, and how you seen the city change. Like how you seen the city change for the better and for worse.
I was born and raised here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it definitely, you know, you can look around now and see like a homeless person here, there, over there, back there, over there. As opposed to what, 20 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, no homeless people around here. And that's probably, you know, that could be due to a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, with the economy and, you know, everything inflated or whatever. But, you know, I watched them change, you know, drugs, you know, all types of shit, you know, shootings, killing.
But how would you, like, as far as, like, when you was young compared to today's youth, like, what's the connection?
Oh, shit. I think back then we kind of respected the old heads a little bit more. As to now, it's like, oh, you got jammed up, and you trying to tell me? You know what I'm saying? It's like the younger crowd or the younger people think that they just, you know, they could do it better. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of thought that, but at least we listened. You know what I'm saying? We get, you know, if the old heads came around and they tried to give us some game or whatever, at least we listened to it. Now, like, the young boys ain't trying to hear that shit. The young boys ain't trying to hear that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what's up, baby? How you doing, man? That's one of the biggest disconnections that I see, man. Ain't really, you know, the old heads schooling the younger crowd, or if they are, they ain't really listening to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like where
you got something like yourself.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You get it from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got a good core. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But my whole thing is like, I kind of blame it on the old heads too, because like somebody will say something, they'll say something like somebody will plant a seed of me, but then I go ask my other old head and they're like, oh, don't do this, do that, you know. But like I said, like even from when like I was coming up, like the old heads actually did it and then sent other people out to do it. So then it's like this generation, I feel like they just lost. Like they more so lost because like even like streetwise, like from like when you was coming up, it was more of a money thing. You know, the money, the women, you know, the hustle, everything like that. And then when it became where it's just men trying to impress other men, you know, which is gay. That's down there gay, you know. So it's like it's fucked up. Look at them. That's the jail.
The road crew.
Yeah. But yeah, though, man. That's all I wanted. I appreciate you. You know, you acting like you nervous, but.
I ain't nervous.
He the head of the Silver Foxes, man. Them old niggas that get real dressed and all that, that's what they do, man.
You're only old as you feel, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's a blessing to get old, you know. Don't
Absolutely.
never, you know, because around here people dying every day. You know, they ain't even cracking 25, 21 no more, you know.
That's
so it's
fact.
definitely a blessing to get old, for sure. Don't ever look at it as a derogatory way, you know, just a little inside joke. But yeah, we good with that part.
Take care of your kids, man. Take care of them kids. Bro.
Yeah.
Got kids, sons, daughters, whatever, man. Be in their life as much as you can, man. Make that mark with them kids, man. That's big. That's big.
Well, yeah, man, we leaving Janae's. He couldn't talk today, you know, but it's all right. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get back on the long run. But it was real monumental for me because he gave me my first job ever. The first job I ever worked was sweeping up here for Janae. $1 an hour, tip from everybody. As soon as I got my money for the skating ring, I quit. The advice I want to give a lot of brothers, older and younger, for these women is have fun with them until you're ready to settle down. I say that because we always end up in situations where it get toxic and all that. But me being who I am, player P, pleasure P, whatever you want to call it, you know, I just always advise to everybody, just know what you're getting into. Because my mom always taught me, if you're going to cheat, you better be able to take it when it come back. And when it come back, it burn hard. It hit hard. It hurt. But that's what made me who I am today. I have doggish ways because of what I was already prepared for, but I didn't listen. I didn't take it with a grain of salt. I didn't listen at all. And I ended up how I am. But like, sometimes I get caught up in the stigma that I be like, man, I got trust issues. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't really trust nothing. I don't put nothing past nobody. I don't trust nobody. Back up as far as like relationship wise and everything like that. Another question I wanted to touch on is, how do I feel about the Delaware music scene? I don't like it because Delaware, like, they sound chasing. Like, we don't, like, as Delaware as a whole, we don't have our own sound. And like I said, everybody want to be on some unified instead of competition shit. Like, at the end of the day, like, if I was a rapper, I'm not linking up with nobody. Like, I gotta blow myself. Like, everybody's so worried about what everybody else doing, or like some local shit. Like, I feel like nobody thinks outside the box, or like it's to the point where niggas just be playing corny. And I'm 95% a real nigga, 5% lame, you know, shit like that. But I ain't the type of nigga that just out corny myself. Like, I try to do everything with morals and value to it and keep everything honorable. I try to be real honorable in the situations that, you know, that carry on. But like right now, you want to get some B-roll and shit, we coming down new. You know, this is a counterpart of my neighborhood. We in downtown Dover right now. This is what's going on out here. Day long. Trenchwood. Boy, 9. I'm doing the 50th episode joint, bro. Yeah, I'm doing. Look.
Oh shit, it's not right there though.
Yeah.
Support my mans, man. He doing his thing. He got the ball right now.
Yeah. We doing it. Come here. Where you? Come here. Word. Huh?
What's the blog? What they doing?
That shit chillin', what's good?
Come
We
This
on
is
new,
video, we
man.
about to shoot that joint. Make sure y'all tap in,
Who
though.
that, bro?
What's up,
This
bro?
side
My
fit,
nigga,
man.
what's up, bro?
He a rapper too, though. Y'all gonna see him real soon too. He a rapper too.
Tell him where we at, though,
We
man.
on the new street, man. The South End, man.
Yeah.
Be safe, bro.
Yup, be safe, bro. But yeah, definitely, man. I just wanted to tap in with y'all for my 50th episode, give y'all a little recap about me and everything that's been going on and everything like that. We coming back hard as ever. I'm tackling all that inconsistent shit. We about to get that shit right, and you know, like I just had to get comfortable with shooting by myself. Like I had to realize I didn't always need a guest, or I didn't always need that. I just was on that so heavy to where I feel like I had to appease the people. But shit, this shit for me at the end of the day, and this what's going on, man. Untrapped. Yo.